Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
McDonald. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Watch the safety creep. 25, check 25, check 25.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Allen now looks to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Cohen. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out
out of the playoffs. So
got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And this one is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Allen's throw is complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Tarvarius Moore able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage.
At their own 14-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jets 7, Bills 0.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Play action. It's McDonald. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
New York.
Out of the gun, McDonald. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
McDonald sets to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
To
George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Michael Badgley set to
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, let's get some 56, 56.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Michael Badgley.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
They'll take over.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's McDonald. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Allen going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And some room to maneuver. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
at their own 18-yard line.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Dawson Knox, incomplete. It's second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Jets first down.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They go play action with McDonald. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Throwing on first down. McDonald. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for the Bills. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing is Allen on third. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Blesson Austin. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A gain of 26
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, McDonald. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Jets.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets.
Complete to Denzel Mims.
Denzel Mims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown.
The kick is good.
And he puts it through.
The score, Jets 42. Bills nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Tarvarius Moore picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one too low. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. To throw again. McDonald. He'll air this one out for Mims. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets.
To Denzel Mims.
Denzel Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Able to find his running back, Geis. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Allen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Cohen. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. 45-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, McDonald. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. 1st down. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Gonna let one fly for, and this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of
one thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, McDonald. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the final tally. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Fielded at about the 28. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
First down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so he can work through some of the rough stuff.
25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw on 3rd down. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there then.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, pay for the dollars, call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. But the students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud again.